Hi guys and welcome. Today we are going to be doing this sun-kissed look for the summer, or in general if you like. So the first thing you need is a fluffy brush and a little round flat-headed brush, or not flat-headed, like a spongy, and then you can use a detail brush also. So you're also going to need a concealer. Anyone will work. I love Smashbox. It stays on a really long time, so just really love that one. And this is the Festival palette by BH, and the other one I'm going to be using is Take Me Back to Brazil by BH. So we're going to reach into, not at the moment, but we're going to be using this hot pink color, and we're also going to be using that orange. As you can see, I used my palette way too much. And in this one, we're going to be using it's like a pink color and that purplish pink right there. We're going to be using those to create the sun-kissed look. So you want to start off with right here, like where the brown bone is at. If you have hooded eyes, you want to make sure to go over a little bit in the brow bone so you can see the color and pigmentation. So right now I'm just showing and stamping it on. You just want to press all the eyeshadow in. Just press it all in. Right now we're not really blending way too much. We're just worried about pressing it in. And a way to get good color payout is to keep packing on that color. So just pack on that color. Press, and then when you get enough pigment is when you start to blend it out. So we're just gonna keep packing on a bit more. It depends on how, bright you want it to be, how much you want the color to show up. So I'm gonna grab a little more, we'll put more on there. It looks like a mess right now, but believe me, when you're done, it's gonna look gorgeous. It's okay if you get in the middle area by accident. We're going to cover that anyways. So just start to blend it, and it's a back and forth motion when you blend. Once you get better, or if you're advanced makeup, you can do this pretty much quickly. So back and forth motion. Sorry. Blending that out. Try to blend it as much as you can. You don't want it to look too harsh, but we're also gonna put another color over on top of that, so it's not, you don't have to be too worried about it. And if you feel like it's not colorful enough and you're missing color, just grab some more eyeshadow and just dab it on there. Just keep pushing that color in and push it in. And when you're pushing it in, also make sure to blend it out. Quickly, I forgot to add that I already had primer on. Always make sure to have primer. Now we're going to reach into the Back to Brazil and grab that orange color. You can use any palette that has an orange. And you're going to place that on top of the pink. You're going to press that in just like before. You're just gonna pack on the color right now. So this is the area where you want to have that orange, and it's not gonna look very vibrant at first, only because you have to build the color up. Once you build it up all the way to where you want it to be, it's gonna look really good. So press that on there, just press it on. Oh, sorry if you can't see the rest of my eyeball, you know, it's kind of hard having to look in the mirror and use one hand. I mostly am one of those people who are like blind and have to go really close to the mirror. Yeah, anyways, sorry. Press and then blend, back and forth motion just like before. When you're blending, make sure to blend in between the pink, the purplish pink, and the orange. We don't want to bring it up too high at the moment, only because we're trying to soften the blow. We're trying to soften the pink right now, or purple pink, whatever color that is. Make sure to get the inner corner of the eyes towards the front. And then going towards the back where your arch of your eyebrows at, and all the way to the corner. So just blend, back and forth motion. Blending the orange and that purplish pink in between, not really high above yet. Grab a little more pigment if you feel like you're missing some. We're trying to build this color. And building eyeshadow takes, it's a process. You're not going to be able to see it at first, but when you start building it up, you're going to notice it, and it's going to look really colorful. So blend that out there. Keep blending it. Pull towards the back, just like so. Now you can reach a little bit more higher than you were. When you're blending upwards, be very light-handed. So this is what it looks like away from the camera. You can see it more. And now you're going to do the concealer, so make sure you have a flat-headed brush. So this is the concealer I had, which was a Smashbox, and you're going to place it on the back of your hand, just like so. You only want a little bit of product, you don't need a bunch of it. You're gonna grab your brush and dip it in there. Now you're gonna begin stamping it on. And if you already know how to do cut creases, then it just gets really easy. But if you don't know how to do them, all you do is stamp your, where your lash line is at, and then look up, and it's going to stamp in the area where you have to cut your crease at. But if you already know, then do just like so. So we're gonna pat it, and the patting is going to diffuse the concealer from being too thick in that area. We're just grabbing a little more product from there. From the inner corner, oops, I got it in my eye, okay. And then pull it towards the back, flip your brush over. If it gets a little bit too puffy on one side, flip it over it, and it's gonna make like sharp edges on that little bristles. So just pat it in there and just keep working on it. So inner corner of the eye and pull it towards the back. For anyone with hooded eyes, make sure to go where your eye socket bone is at. Just a little bit over, not a lot. And you can just clean that right off with a Q-tip. cotton swab, whatever you want to call it. And we're gonna not grab any more product, we're just gonna pull that out. Whatever you have left, just pull it out. And just go refine the front and keep pulling to the back. We want a sharp, crisp line. Alright guys, so there you have it. This is that. No, we're done with that. And we're almost done. So this is the purple eyeshadow, the purplish pink we first used. And we're going to go back and add that to the outer V of the eye. So right here in the outer little V area, you're going to pat that in just like before. In the process, you're going to pack on the color. You don't have to worry about really blending too much at the moment. We're just trying to pack it on. So just press, press, press. Press the colors in. A little few circular motions, to begin the blending process. Press, pull it upwards towards the, lid area. Well, that is my lid. Yeah, just pull forward. Very light-handed when you're pulling forward. Grab a little more pigment and keep packing on it in the outer V. So just press that color in there just like so. And then pull back and pull forward. This is going to give you that, gradient look that is like transitioning to another color. Next, we're going to grab that pinkish coral color and we're going to just press that on our entire lid. So press that in, just press, press, press. Don't really worry about blending that at the moment, just press that in. Be very careful when you reach the corners. You don't want to pass that crease line. So just press, press, press. Gently pressing that in. Pull it to the back, press forward. Pressing, and when you're pressing in the outer corners, you also want to blend a little bit, be very careful and go back to the pressing motion. Very careful on the outer edges, blend that in. Next, we are going to grab the Back to Brazil palette, that hot pink color, and you're going to apply that next to that other purple we had on our pink purple and the outer V. You're going to stamp that on, just press that. Press. A little bit of pulling action too. So press. With little tiny blending strokes. And then you're gonna pull forward. Pull that up. You want to make sure it looks like it's just, bleeding into that other, not bleeding in, but like, you get what I mean. So just pull that forward. We want to make this look as seamless as possible. And then keep pulling. Grab a little bit more pigment. And placing it back in the outer V. Right behind that hot pink. We want to give it a more depth look. Add more definition to the outer V. So just press that in by pulling forward very lightly with this. Alright, so this is what it looks like from far away from the camera, and we're actually almost done, no lying. I'm not even kidding. So the next thing we're going to do is the bottom. You're going to grab that hot pink, not the hot pink, that purplish pink color that we had, and you're going to put it under. Just like so. You're going to pat that on, pat, and then blend it out. Back and forth motions, don't forget. Put a little more pigment and then just blend. Now we're just going to grab the orange and stamp it right underneath that pinkish purple color. Right underneath, just like so. Just press it in just like before. We're packing on the color. Very light-handed for this one. Press it in. And while you're pressing it in, make sure to do a little bit of blending while you do that. But when you do that, be very careful. Press it in and extend towards the back. You want it to connect to the top orange. Now we're going to grab this round little brush by Luxie, and I'm just going to diffuse the top to make it look a little bit more softer. So this is very light-handed. Be very careful how you hold it. You don't want to take too much color off that orange. So just blend that out back and forth on the edges of that orange, and that's going to diffuse the color. It's going to help it not look as harsh. So just blend in between that purplish, pink, and orange. Make sure everything looks flawless. And the reason I'm using this little brush is because, you know, it kind of works like a finger does, in a way. So here's what it looks like away from the camera once again. And this is a liner, which I'm going to do it off camera only because it's hard to do it in one hand and being far away from the mirror. So this is what the liner looks like. And if you could do your liner this way, a cat eye liner, that'll be great. So what you're gonna do is connect the bottom black to the top liner, just like so. Just connect it. If you mess up, don't worry about it. You can go back and try to fix it. It's going to look a little weird at first, and I know some, people complain that no one should be wearing that much bottom liner. It looks great. Don't listen to them. So keep going, pulling it in. You're only going to do the liner halfway. You're not going to do it all the way towards the front. And to make sure to add it to your waterline also. So it's going to end up looking like this when you're done and you connect the liner. But make sure you do it round just like so. It's going to give a nice catty looking effect. So this is the part where you pick a highlight color. Now I'm using an actual highlight by Strobe. What is it called? Strobe light by Makeup Revolution. You could use any eyeshadow or highlighter and just dab it to the inner corner of your eye, just like so. Press it in and then blend. Just a little bit on top by the brow bone just to highlight that area. Just very light-handed up there. Make sure to do your mascara and also your lashes, and this is the final result. I hope you guys like the sun-kissed look. Hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.